I woke up this morning, I was like, you know what, I've never made myself a cup. I've always gone out to buy my cups. So today, I'm going to show you how to make your own goblet. So all you're going to need today is, I got a 4x4. I cut a chunk off of it. It's about a 7-inch piece. We don't need the rest of this. Alright, so we'll get this installed in the lathe here. So when I'm doing this, I like to get as much space in here as possible. I'm going to turn this round first, and then I'm going to go ahead and hook it up in my chuck and do the rest of the turning there. We've got, oh, that's pretty even. Make sure everything is nice and cinched down. Safety glasses. Don't care how big of a man you are, you always wear your safety glasses no matter what. Your eyes are too important. Alright. We'll get my roughing gouge, we'll turn this thing straight. Alright, so we're turning this bad boy around. It's pretty easy to turn these things around. I mean, it just takes an extra minute. You could also take this, draw your circle. You could take the corners off at the bandsaw or the table saw before you start, but I mean, this is such a small piece, I didn't mind making it round myself. We're almost there. We've just got a couple more pieces here. We're almost round, guys. Woo! This is done in now. Alright, now that's what I call a round cylinder. So that is my 10. I'm showing you guys at home to help align this in there. If you're ever using a piece of stock that you're making round and you're making a tenon on the end of it, use your tailstock here to kind of center it in the chuck over here, and that'll keep everything from wobbling. Search high and low for that one. That was something I had to learn on my own. Alright, so we got that cinched down. We're going to go ahead, I'm going to leave that connected there. And I'm going to go ahead and form my goblet now. Okay, so I want, let's say, the bottom of my cup to be right there. I want it to be at least that big. I want the bottom of my drink portion to come to about right. I don't know, I think that'll be nice right there. Cool. So from there, so those are my marks. So you can see this at home. This is going to be my drink portion. This is going to be my holding portion. That's going to be the bottom of my cup. Here we go. We'll take my parting tool now, my diamond parting tool, and we'll define these 2 points. And if you've got it sharpened, I don't see why not help curve it out. Make it round again, you know? You guys could see that even after I try to center it back into my chuck there, it still has a little bit of a wobble to it, so I'm just fixing that now. Actually, I could probably do that with my gouge too. Cool. So now you guys could see the rough shape of my goblet here. It's pretty cool, huh? Alright guys, so I've gone ahead, I've taken my Harbor Freight 1/2-inch chuck, got that in the lathe. I've got my Ryobi Forstner bit there. I've got a piece of tape down here. I don't know if you guys could see it, but that's how far I want to get to the bottom of this cup. So let's go ahead and get this hollowed out. I wish I had a bigger bit. This is what I've got, but you know what? Anything works. Oh yeah, that's cutting like butter. Woo! It's like hot butter on corn. Look at it go. Woo! Alright, so with that, I've gotten about that far in. I've gotten right to where I want to go, which is nice. So that's done a little bit of the work. It's done half the work for me, which is nice. Let's go ahead, take this apart, and then we'll get my other tool, and we'll get this thing wrapped up. Those bits are hot. Woo! So for this, I've got a freshly sharpened scraper that I'm going to use to finish up the rest of that in there. So we'll go ahead, banjo, we'll put it over there. So with this tool, what I've learned, you don't want to lift it up or down, just keep it flat to the tool rest at all times. And she kind of cuts through like butter. pretty clean with the scraper. I'm gonna have to get that with the sandpaper, but I'm pretty happy about that. So that's the inside of our goblet. We're almost there, guys. We're in the home stretch. We got a goblet, or the makings of a goblet. Come here, check this out. All right, so we've got the inside there, hollowed out. We'll just hit that with some sandpaper. We've got the outside kind of shaped. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is kind of finish off this edge here. I'm gonna finish off the handle here, and I'm gonna finish off the bottom of the cup now. Here we go, stay tuned. So there it is. That's a roughed out cup. I've changed the design up a little bit. I kind of narrowed it at the top a little wider, and then I added kind of a bigger cove here. So you can make this one your own at home, but it's super easy. Even a beginner can do this. Oh my God, I just got this thing like a week ago and I'm making cups. It is so easy. Just be careful and keep your tools sharp. I'm still learning how to sharpen these. Maybe I'll do a video on that, and then a bunch of you guys at home could give me some pointers on sharpening them. The lathe, this is a pretty easy tool to actually learn, but the sharpening is the part I'm having the most trouble with. So maybe I'll get a video of my technique and you guys could comment and help me out there. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab some sandpaper, get this thing sanded. I'm not going to bore you guys with the sanding, but I will share the waxing. I've got some awesome beeswax that came in yesterday that I just can't wait to use, and this will be the perfect project. Alright, see you guys after I sand. This thing all sanded down. This cup looks really cool coming from a 4x4. It's really nice. It's actually really great. I'm going to end up making a couple more of these, but now I just sanded it down to 220. I'm going to go ahead and burnish it a little bit with the shavings from the floor and just go around the cup with it. This will kind of give the top a nice little glossy look to it. Cool. So that was before burnishing. There it is after. It kind of makes it really shiny and pretty. You see that? So now first coat, what I do to finish. So I've got a little bit of the sanding seal. I'm going to go ahead and apply it. Alright, so while we're waiting for the sanding sealer to dry, my next coat's going to be this organic beeswax that I got on Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and link this down in the description below so you'll be able to find it. So I think this has had enough time to dry. I've let it sit there for about, I don't know, about 10 minutes. It's not tacky, it's pretty dry to the touch. So now what we're going to go ahead and do, I don't have any little pieces of it, so I'm just kind of apply it to the cup itself, if that makes any sense. And then I'll spread it with the rag. This actually come to life, watch. You just work that in there just like that. Ooh, how pretty is that? Okay, so the cup is almost done. Now, what we've got to do is, I call it unmarrying the two. This is the riskiest part of the whole operation. So we're either going to have a cup or we're going to break it. Cross our fingers. Let's see if I'm 2 for 2. Here we go. So I'm back cutting this. Do you guys see this at home? I'm going to kind of slow this down a little. I'm going to go about 1400 RPM. That should be good. Guys, that's how a real man makes his drinking vessel. He makes it himself. Woo, we got another cup. Ding, 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 ding. Go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe.
Cheers.
Cheers.